Show me your old ones again, Mia. Maybe there's something I can do.
What can I do about my old skates?
Show me your old ones again, Mia. Maybe there's something I can do.
Here are my old skates. What do you think?
Let's take a look. Well, they're still in pretty good shape. I can certainly take them as a trade-in towards a new pair.
How much will a new pair of skates cost?
Even with your trade-in, new skates of decent quality won't be cheap. Don't be surprised if you have to spend $600 or $700, Mia.
$700? Oh no! My folks can't possibly find that kind of money. How am I ever going to afford new skates?
I'll keep an eye out for some used skates in the next size up. If the right pair appears, it could save you hundreds of dollars.
Thanks, Mona. I really appreciate your help.
There's something else I might be able to do as well, but I'll need a little bit of help from you first.
If there's any way I can help, tell me.
There's some information I could use to locate some skates for you. You're pretty good at research. Think you could look it up for me?
Of course, Mona. What do you need to know?
The answer to a simple question. Here it is. Who won the state skating regionals in 1969?
That shouldn't be hard to find out. I'll check the library.
Wonderful. And try not to worry about your new skates, Mia. We'll find a way to keep you on the ice.
This book has stories about past skating champions. I wonder if I'll be in a skating book someday. This page shows a list of skaters who have won regionals. It says the winner in 1969 was a girl named Mona Newsome. That's the answer to Mrs. Gunderson's second trivia question. I'll make a note in my diary so I don't forget. See you later, Miss Voss. I have the answer to your second trivia question.
Hey, you're good. Show me what you found out.
Here's the answer to your second question.
Good work. Now, tell me, Mia, who won the state skating regionals in 1969?
It was a girl named Mona Newsome.
Mona Newsome. I see. What an odd coincidence.
Do you know something about Mona Newsome?
Could be. Oh, by the way, a pair of used skates in your size just came in. Here, take a look.
Wow, these look really expensive.
They were made in Switzerland. The inner lining is especially comfortable.
Wait a minute. There's a name written here on the inside. It's Mona Newsome.
And Newsome just happens to be my maiden name.
You are Mona Newsome?
Yes, Mia. Miss Mona Newsome, now Mrs. Mona Gunderson. Those skates you're holding are the very ones I wore when I won regionals in 1969. They belong to you now. I hope they're as lucky for you as they were for me.
I don't know how to thank you, Mona.
I'll tell you how. Work hard and do your very best at regionals. And take good care of those lucky skates. Another young girl may need them someday.
Talk to you later.
Take care, Mia.
Here are my new skates, Coach. What do you think?
Mia, those skates look very expensive. Where did you get them?
Mrs. Gunderson gave them to me. Did you know she won regionals in 1969? These are the skates she wore.
I didn't know that. It's sweet of her to pass her skates on to you this way. I'm going back to the skate shop to give her a big hug.
Here's a disc with music by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. The note in my diary says that Mozart was Austrian. This track is called the Turkish March. Vanessa already used this music for her winter show program. I better choose a different composer for regionals. Here's a disc with music by Johann Strauss Jr. The note in my diary says that Strauss was Austrian. This track is called the Blue Danube Waltz. What a gorgeous melody. I really love this music. This is the Delibes disc I listened to before. The note in my diary says Delibes was French. This is the Tchaikovsky disc I used for my winter show routine. Better choose a different composer for regionals. This disc has music by Johann Sebastian Bach. The note in my diary says that Bach was German. Anya already used this music for her winter show program. I better choose a different composer for regionals. Here's a disc with music by Georges Bizet. The note in my diary says that Bizet was French. This track is from an opera called Carmen. That sounds like the melody I heard when I was sweeping beats for Vanessa. Bizet's Carmen must be the music she's using for her regionals program. I better choose a different composer for regionals. This is the Strauss disc I listened to before. The note in my diary says that Strauss was Austrian. Here's a disc with music by Leo Delibes. This track is from a ballet called Coppelia. The note in my diary says Delibes was French. Vanessa is using music by Bizet. He was French too. I better choose a different composer for regionals. This is the Tchaikovsky disc I used for my winter show routine. Better choose a different composer for regionals. This disc has music by Johann Sebastian Bach. The note in my diary says that Bach was German. Anya already used this music for her winter show program. I better choose a different composer for regionals. This is the Mozart disc I listened to before. The note in my diary says that Mozart was Austrian. Vanessa already used this music for her winter show program. I better choose a different composer for regionals. Here's a disc with music by Johann Strauss Jr. This track is called the Blue Danube Waltz. The note in my diary says that Strauss was Austrian, just like Mozart. Vanessa is using Bizet, who was French, so I can't use Delibes. He was French too. Let's see. Last time, Anya used Bach, and this time she is using Beethoven, both German. Tchaikovsky is the only Russian composer, but I shouldn't use